All right, yo, it's part C. The third bit, it's as you can see, the sun's going down. It's about quitting time for us. We've had enough. It's been a rotten day. One good thing is we won't have to lay up any fiberglass because we've got one each of these. Yeah, we've been carving away on this nose cone, sliding it further back, further back, further back. Because we want it as short here as we can get it, because we want to add the length. You know, we only got 96 inches to work with, so we want it all on the back if we can. I know it looks pretty good, right? It fits pretty good. The lines are a little tight in the middle. So we got to sand it out a bit, but we're still got to get it on the ground to make sure here and here is sitting off the ground at the right height. We think we're pretty close, but I mean, trying to simulate the bottom of the chassis with a piece of plywood under here. You see what we got going on. We're coming up short here, and I told you as we cut, it was going to get narrower, but it was already too narrow right from the get-go. It never did fit. So I started whacking the Nerf bars down, trying to skinny things up, right? You can see we're about as tapered as we're going to be able to get. Here, I just did this one. We adjusted that one twice, this one once. You see what's going on here. I mean, it's going to be hard enough to get in here. I mean, this will be over. This is the good stuff. This needs to be moved over. So it's going to be tough just to get in and out of this thing, right? So we can't move this one in anymore. Or we'll have the top of the tire exposed. So what can you do, Robert? What do you got to do? I got to cut this thing in half. Literally got to cut the nose right in half. Spread it out to the right width and glue it back together, glass it together. This is it's not what I wanted to have to deal with, but I tried. Fudging in the front of the Nerf bars, and what was happening is we were going to get too far past the wheel. I mean, I can't change his wheel widths and stuff, his track widths. That's how he wants it. That's how the car was set up. This bodywork just doesn't fit this cart. It's old bodywork made for an old P1 chassis. This is a newer chassis. This isn't the newest Anderson chassis, but it's far newer than the P1 that this stuff was designed on. So who knows? Maybe back then everything was narrower and now it's getting wider. I don't know. But it's no big deal. I mean, it's what we do, right? It'd be nice if it was too big, because cutting it off and gluing it back together is a piece of cake. But it is what it is. So we're going to have to widen it out just a little bit. You see there's a big gap here and a little gap here. So we're probably looking at, you see that looks like about 3/4 of an inch. What I'll end up doing is cutting it in half and screwing the flat bits down to a piece of wood. And we'll mount that wood we'll take the pan tab bolts out, and we'll screw the wood right. We'll cut a piece of wood so we know it's on the right plane, and we'll fudge it in, screw it down, and we'll use the Clecos and aluminum as much as we can. Or cardboard with masking tape on it, because it really doesn't matter. I mean, at this point it's going to have to get body worked anyway, right? That repair, I guess, lack of a better word. That expansion joint here is going to be raw glass, so we have the ability to spray white gel. We could fudge it in. We'll just have to see how it goes. We've already got repairs to do here. So, again, can I come up with some kind of design that, graphics that covers it? Absolutely, all day long. So, never fear. Just started out rough, got rougher as we went, did a lot of grinding, on the inside of that nose cone, and now we know we've got to cut it in half. So just a bummer. We'd have known we absolutely had to cut the darn thing in half. We'd have left those pieces in there, because we're widening the nose. They wouldn't have been in the way anymore. But doesn't matter. It's all good. We're gonna put some probably clamp on instead of welding brackets to or tubes with Zeus pads to support the top surface of the nose, which we're gonna have to do at least in 3 spots, either side and somewhere up in here. We were gonna have to do that anyway, so I guess taking those bits out isn't too big a deal. Seeing as we got to glass things together, we could always fudge something like that back in, no big deal. But man, I would never buy this stuff myself, and I absolutely at this point regret taking this job on now. If it was just Anderson Body Work or something, I mean, you shove it on, you drill the holes, you bolt it up. This is anything but that. I'd have rather started with nothing and did it on my own than try to fudge in somebody else's mess. But it is what it is. So part C in the can. Godspeed, God bless you all. Hang in there, pray for me because I'm getting frustrated. We're into September. Oh boy. Talk to y'all.